everyone. So today I'm gonna be showing you all how I recreated the instrumental for the Stay With You cover by Jungkook, and I think I'm gonna be breaking down from like sections. First, melodics, piano, the electric piano and stuff, bass, which is very important in this song, and also the drums. So let's go. I used another session to make like all the instruments and stuff, but my computer wouldn't handle all the plugins from the instruments, so I ended up bouncing it from Ableton to Cubase, which is what you guys are seeing. First of all, the piano from the intro is an electric piano, and it has like kind of this auto pen thing going on. I get a little obsessive over this thing, so I ended up taking a very long time carefully aligning the exact timing, but you guys don't have to do that if you want to replicate the piano. And this is how it sounds. And then you add the rain sound and on the intro, and it sounds like this. Pretty similar, I would say. I spent like, I don't know, way too long trying to match it up. And then after this little intro with the electric piano, I use 3 different pianos. After this, it just repeats a little bit, as you guys can see right here. It goes for the intro and then another good part over here. And then I used this piano that does the dun 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 like that. Since I was, feeling like I was missing a little bit of a low end, I ended up adding this other piano. I mean, it's the same piano, but just like very low octave. And then when you put the 3 together, it sounds like this. And then you have this other toy piano, which I added, and you can listen to it in the original song. And I mean, I just called it a toy piano because I think that's the most accurate description that I had in my head at the time. But it sounds like this. And I also wanted to make the sound a little bit fuller, so I ended up adding this organ that I really, really love. So all of them together with the organ. I think it sounds really, really pretty. So right now we get to the fun part, which is the guitar. And I'm not a very, very good guitar player myself, but after a lot of takes, I ended up with the original guitar. I wish I could tell you guys the chords, but I really don't remember. I got them off of this guy on YouTube that does like shorts of various songs, and he played this song with the chords and the tabs on screen, and I was like, oh, let me get that. So this is the guitar. So yeah, and after this, I was already getting to a good start, but then as I added the melodics, I was like, this needs a little bit more emotion. I don't know. So I added the keys, which are just the 3 pianos from the start. And after I added them, I was like, this needs a little bit more emotion together with the guitar, right? So I added a cello, and I absolutely love cellos. So it added a little bit of a drama, you know, like, I don't know. I just had this idea because I love adding cello as a layer in everything that I do. So it ended up becoming this way. So yeah, I think it sounds really pretty. Let me solo the cello so you guys can hear just a little bit of it, because I just love it so much. Usually I try to take a little bit more care into how the cello sounds, like the articulation and the legato and stuff, but since this was gonna be a very subtle layer, I didn't really worry much about that. But yeah, I just love how the cello sounds so much. And we also have the riser and the chime that is added in the original song before the chorus hits. So this is the riser. Just a basic reverse crash riser. I think I did it myself. I'm not sure, I don't remember, but I think I did. And the chime that I also did myself, I got it from a plugin. I just altered it a bit. I'm pretty sure I got this from the Labs plugin from Spitfire, and the Christmas thing that they have there, I just altered it a little bit. But yeah, I love the Labs plugins, the free ones, so good. And then you add all the keys and the cello and the guitar and the riser and chime, and it's like this. Really good segue for the chorus. Let me just show you guys really quick the drums from the beginning. It took me like a week to make them as accurate as I possibly could. So we start with this brush drums sound, I guess you could say. I got it off of Splice, and this other sound I did it myself. Which is just like a brush, jazz brush kind of thing. And it's not really sounding that natural, but when you put everything together, it sounds much better in my opinion. Yeah, the intro goes like this. And then after all this, you have this brush sound with the rest of everything. Which, I mean, I wish I could make it more realistic, but I think that's pretty fine. After I stressed over it for like a week, I was like, I don't think I can get it to be more realistic than this, so it's fine. So now I'm gonna explain to you guys the bass from the verse, which is really important because we have something different here. We have this normal bass from the verse when the guitar starts. But we also have the sound of an upright bass. And I noticed in the original one, when I was analyzing the stems that I isolated, it was slightly pinned and it had a lot more high end rather than being a really, really low bass. So I used both of them together, as you can see here. Let me show you guys how it sounds. Oh yeah, I think I pinned it like 5 to the side. Oh no, wait. 25 to the left. Yeah. Both of them together sound like this. And everything together in the verse sounds like this. So after this, I gotta tell you guys how the drums changed a little bit for the pre-chorus. And the drums, I got a really fat kick because I noticed that they probably used like some sort of drum machine sounds a little bit, and I couldn't find the exact sound, of course, but I tried to get as close as possible. So I'm using kind of like the brush snare sound. It's still a like a jazz brush sound, but we also added the kicks, which I added this one like a kick machine type of sound. So first we have the cymbal. Oh, sorry. We have the toms first together with the chime and the riser. So it goes like this. For a nice transition. And then we add the brush snare, the hi-hats pinned to the side, and of course the kick too. We get this. And then after all this, we get this a little bit of a rhythm change right here, and then we get another riser. We get to the trumpet part that was really difficult, but I had some samples and some plugins and I managed to get to this. So let me show you this trumpet in context with everything. And what was not loading properly was the snare that comes in right here on the transition from the verse to the pre-chorus. And we also have a different kick now. That's this one. Just wanted to tell you guys that. And you already listened to the chorus. And now we have this moog bass that I did just for the chorus, because I noticed when I listened to the original one that it was a little bit different. So it sounds like this. So yeah, and everything together in the chorus sounds like. And I just wanted to tell you guys also that we have this little different pattern in the chorus. I also added a different organ, which I noticed that they have in the original song. I cannot remember where I got it. I think it was from a Labs instrument, the Labs one from Spitfire, but I'm not so sure. Maybe it was like a Juno emulation type of organ, but I really don't remember. But we have the toy piano from before. Together with this organ and the guitar and the cello. It's a little bit different in the chorus, but still the chorus needed for a little bit more weight. Oh yeah, the melodics all together in the chorus sound like this. Oh, right. So let's hear the melodics with the trumpet. Because I also, after the trumpet, I also did something in my guitar that I saw on a clip of Jungkook singing this song live. And the guy that was playing the guitarist, he did something kind of different. So I wanted to insert that here to make it a little bit different, because I cannot play guitar exactly how they did in the original song, because it's so hard for me and I'm still a beginner, but I played it like this. Yeah, and I think together with the trumpet it sounds really good. Yeah, and the toy piano, as you guys can see, goes throughout the whole song basically. And yeah, and in this little intermission type of thing with the trumpet, the drums are pretty simple. I just kept the snare right here, like I showed you guys earlier, and the hats basically. Just a little twist right there. And yeah, and after this, on the second verse, the drums go like this. Pretty simple, just like hats basically. I added this little transition right here with the toms for the second pre-chorus. Pretty simple stuff. I kept the guitar, the cello, and I think it's basically the same thing for the keys. Oh yeah, and for the final chorus, I did something a little bit different with the drums. I changed the sounds a little bit. I mean, I'm still using the same samples, but instead of just the hats, like I played on the first chorus, I decided to go for a ride to, you know, add a little bit more emotion, a little bit more intensity, and it ended up sounding like this. And yeah, and then I added this little twist right here just to make things a little bit different and give sort of like a pre-transition, if you will. And let me see, I think the chorus is pretty much the same, except this little solo at the end, which is done on the original song on a guitar, but since I'm not a really good guitar player, I just ended up going with a little piano solo instead. And I'm pretty sure I did this in the Labs Spitfire thing. You get the hang of it. And the chorus sounds like this. Basically, I'll just play for you guys the ending part so you guys can hear a little bit with the piano solo at the end. So yeah, and as you guys probably heard, I also decided to use the cello at the end and in the final chorus just to give everything like more emotion, you know. So yeah, and in the end, we get just the same electric piano from the start and the rain plus the toy piano sound, and it sounds like this. And the acapella. 그대와 함께 이 길을 걷고 싶어요. Still with you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. In the final chorus, I also used the moog bass, and there's just a little bit of automation, just make sure everything is basically in the same volume all throughout. I spent like a good 2 to 3 months organizing everything just because I wanted it to be as accurate as possible. And also it was like my first big project that I wanted to really try to learn a lot from, and I definitely did learn a lot just from like producing instruments and learning how to mix everything, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I'll just let you guys hear the final chorus really quick with the acapella, just so you guys can see how it sounds. And I hope it was useful. If you guys want to hear a little bit more about my process and how I do things, maybe how I mix vocals, I don't know, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do it. So yeah, let's hear the final thing. 눈을 보고 말할래요. 보고 싶었어요. 황홀했던 기억 속에 나홀로 춤을 춰도 비가 내리잖아. 이 안개가 갇힐 때쯤 젖은 발로 달려갈게. 그때 날 잡아줘. 아름다운 보랏빛을 그려볼래요. 서로 발걸음이 맞을 수도 있지만 그대와 함께 이 길을 걷고 싶어요. Still with you. Thanks guys.